The captivating tale of Pablo Escobar is a true rags-to-riches account that is laced with criminal undertones. Born into humble beginnings in Colombia on December 1st, 1949, Escobar managed to climb to the top echelons of the drug trafficking world. As per one of his biographers, Escobar's net worth was estimated at $30 billion, earning him a spot amongst Forbes' top 10 richest individuals. How did a simple son of a farmer and a schoolteacher ascend to become one of the wealthiest men on the globe? In this episode, The Legend of El Patron, Pablo Escobar's path to power. One cannot deny that Escobar's unbridled ambition played a significant role in propelling him to the pinnacle of power as the king of cocaine. It was a force that dominated his personality, and even as a young man, he was famously quoted as saying, "I want to be big." His aspirations were lofty, with his sights set on becoming the president of Colombia. He attempted to channel his ambition into studying political science at La Universidad de Antioquia, but when funds ran dry, he was forced to drop out, which many consider a pivotal moment in his life. It's been reported that his criminal career truly took off after he was unable to continue his studies due to financial difficulties. Although he started off as a petty criminal, stealing cars and reportedly even pilfering tombstones, he swiftly outgrew his meager beginnings. Escobar soon graduated to smuggling cigarettes and marijuana, all fueled by his insatiable desire to ascend the criminal ranks. It was during this period that his ruthlessness emerged, becoming another trait that would serve him well in his quest to become the king of cocaine. As his list of crimes expanded to include kidnapping and murder, his ill-gotten gains continued to multiply. But he was not content with mere financial gain. He wanted more. In the 1970s, Escobar's keen eye spotted a lucrative opportunity to expand his power and wealth within the underground cocaine market. The demand for cocaine in the United States was on the rise, and the smuggling of the drug was still a nascent enterprise in Colombia. After working for other drug traffickers for a time, Escobar made a decisive move to seize control of this illicit yet profitable industry. In 1975, he purportedly orchestrated the assassination of Fabio Restrepo, a fellow cocaine trafficker, and took over Restrepo's drug trafficking operation. While Escobar was undoubtedly the driving force behind the Medellin cartel, he was not a lone wolf in this venture. He banded together with a group of disparate individuals from varying backgrounds, such as the likes of Jose Gonzalo Rodriguez Gacha, a former pig farmer turned assassin, and Carlos Later, a marijuana trafficker. Additionally, the group included the Ochoa brothers, Jorge, Juan, David, and Fabio, hailing from a family of ranchers. United under the guidance of Escobar, they formed the infamous Medellin cartel, an entity that would go down in history as one of the most notorious drug syndicates ever to exist. With Escobar at the helm, the Medellin cartel expanded their operations out west and sought to perfect their craft. They devised more efficient ways to transport copious amounts of cocaine into the United States. Rather than relying on human mules and suitcases on commercial flights, they utilized their own fleet of planes, both small and large, to transport drugs, including planes that could fly under the radar. The cartel also pioneered creative methods, such as parachuting cocaine to speed boats in international waters and smuggling drugs within legitimate shipments. To do so, they would blend cocaine into everyday products such as Chilean wine, Ecuadorian cocoa, and even blue jeans, only to chemically extract it upon arrival in the United States. Escobar even went so far as to use submarines, acquiring 2 remote-controlled mini-subs from the Russian Navy. Each could carry up to a ton of cocaine, which is roughly the weight of a mid-size car built in 2003. This resourcefulness paid off handsomely for the Medellin cartel, with sources stating that at the height of their success, they transported up to 15 tons of cocaine each day, netting an astounding $420 million in profits every week. During his reign as the king of cocaine, Pablo Escobar accumulated unimaginable wealth, which he flaunted in the form of extravagant possessions and luxurious living. Rumors of his immense fortune circulated, such as his alleged purchase of a Learjet solely for transporting his money. He and his family resided in a sprawling mansion, complete with swimming pools, artificial lakes, gardens, and even a private zoo. For entertainment, he had a soccer arena and a bull ring constructed. and it took a staff of 700 workers to maintain his estate. Escobar also used his wealth to gain favor with the public, donating to community projects like building churches, sports facilities, and housing for the underprivileged. In fact, he even erected a neighborhood called Barrio Pablo Escobar that still stands to this day. Although some of his recipients still consider him a hero, one report suggests that his community outreach was motivated by a desire to maintain popularity among the common people of Medellin, as he believed it would protect him from his enemies. Despite his efforts to improve his public image through charitable acts, Pablo Escobar's personal conduct remained ruthless and violent. He continued to use brutality to expand his power as the king of cocaine. His infamous plata o plomo, silver or lead, policy exemplified his approach to dealing with enemies and problematic individuals. Escobar would attempt to bribe individuals with money, but if they refused, he would resort to having them killed. The death toll resulting from this policy was staggering. According to reports, Escobar was responsible for the murders of at least 40 judges, 200 court officials, 1,000 policemen, and 3,500 civilians. Some estimates suggest that the total number of deaths caused by Escobar's reign of terror could be as high as 60,000. Escobar's belief that he was above the law allowed him to evade justice for an extended period of time. His plata o plomo policy ensured that he was protected by corrupt judges who were willing to accept his bribes. When he was eventually imprisoned in 1991, his sentence was a mere formality. He served it out in his own luxurious prison, La Catedral, from where he continued to run his drug operation. However, his downfall came when he couldn't resist testing his power even while behind bars. He ordered the torture and murder of 2 of his own cartel associates in 1992, which turned public opinion and the Colombian government against him. The government planned to move him to a regular prison, and when he discovered this, Escobar fled. This set off a manhunt led by the Colombian police, the US-trained search block, and a group of Escobar's enemies called Los Bebes. For 16 months, Escobar evaded capture until the search block traced a phone call and located him in Meta. In December 1993, he was killed in a shootout with the police, although some speculate that he may have committed suicide to avoid extradition to the US. Escobar's motto, "Better a tomb in Colombia than a prison cell in the United States," reveals his fear of extradition and the severity of the punishment he believed awaited him in the US. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to stay updated on future videos. We appreciate your continued support and look forward to seeing you again soon.